Hello everyone, my name is Melodee Lang Christensen and I'm very excited to be here with my girlfriend Miss Mindy Hardy.
Hello everyone.
We're going to show you how to pick up the perfect size acrylic ball every single time. Very easy. We're going to be practicing with the Vegas strip. It's City Lights Vegas strip, and the reason why we're using color is so we can see the contrast on the practice sheet when we do actually do practice nails. So let's figure out how to pick up a large, medium, and small acrylic ball. No matter what size you want to pick up, you're going to totally wet the brush hairs, totally submerging all the brush hairs, no matter what size, small, medium, or large you're choosing to pick up. So then wiping the brush off away from you, barely at the tip, will leave a lot of liquid on to pick up a large acrylic ball. Dipping all the way in, wiping halfway down the brush into the tip, will drain more liquid off to allow you to pick up a medium-sized ball. Dip all the way in, wiping all the way from the metal to the tip, all for small. That's the easy way to remember it. So now let's show you how to pick up that small, medium, and large ball. Dip your brush into the liquid, wipe all the way away from you, draining a lot of liquid off. Now the wet side I'm going to drag towards me. 1, 2, 3, small ball. Okay, wipe my brush off. Now, medium-sized ball. Level your powder so you can see how far you're dragging, and do not touch the sides of the container because you'll drain the liquid in and harden it up on the side, and then it looks really dirty. Your perceived value drops. Let's pick up a medium-sized ball now. Dip all the way in, halfway down the brush away from me, drag the wet side slowly towards me, counting 1, 2, 3, medium-sized ball. Wipe my brush. Large ball. Dip all the way in, barely wipe away. Level my powder. Drag slowly towards me. 1, 2, 3. That'll pick up a larger ball. Very easy. And as you can see, it's self-leveling. And then you're able to guide the product with the body of the brush, the flat side, using the sides to get crisp lines, and the tip of the brush, which has the smile shape, for the smile. Okay, now that we've picked up a small, medium, and large acrylic ball, let's practice on the practice sheet. Now, if you could notice, the corners right here are the corners of the smile. When we place our product, our target zone is right in between that, as high as the corners of the smile that you're looking to achieve, but in the center. By doing that, placing it in that area with pressure, lifting up, it should cover, pancake out and cover the entire area. If it does not, then that's when you use the body of the brush to move the product where you need it to go. So now let's do a practice nail. Wipe our brush off always before we go back into our nail liquid. Dip our brush into the liquid, wipe it away from me, and now I'm going to drag the wet side towards me in the center of the powder. Drag 1, 2, 3, tip of the brush, place it with pressure as high as those corners, but in the center, lift up. It almost totally covered that entire area. And so since it did not, I'm going to pat it so it does. Nice and even. So I practice that on a few nails to see what the consistency is. And once I practice that, then I lay the flat side of the brush beside it and bring my sides in and in, and in. That will create nice, crisp lines. Very simple. And now the smile. See the smile shape of the tip of the brush? That's going to assist you every single time getting a perfect smile. So now I'm going to push towards me and create the smile. It's really just that easy. And then last, push to clean up that free edge. So once you master a few of those on the practice sheet, probably about closer to 300 a night for a week, you'll be good and tired, out of product, but you'll be confident.
And practice makes perfect.
Absolutely. Now we need to challenge ourselves, and let's practice non-permanently on forms. Now we need to challenge ourselves and practice, but practicing without the product adhering permanently is important, because this will allow you to practice over and over every time. So first find a victim, / model, or bribe somebody. And first we'll sanitize my hands and then my model's hands. And then, if there's polish on, remove polish, which there's not, so that saves me a step. Now I'm going to take the form. This is our Nouveau nail form. It's a dual-shaped form. One side is square and one side is oval. When you remove the form, peel and push through the center, and now you'll see what I'm talking about. One side is oval and the other side is square. So looking at the shape of her nail, she has a pretty smile. So probably either or would fit just fine. And since this is already in this direction, I'll just go ahead and do that. But if some nails are more drastically C-shaped, more of a contour, and some are not. So you have to kind of get a feel for it and come underneath that free edge. And the form is just there to hold the product in place until it dries. So it's really no big deal. You want it nice and flush and up against the natural nail that's there, or up against the nail that's left, and secure it on the finger. So basically it's kind of just leveling. You're just leveling that product, that form on. So loosen the form up, come underneath those corners, level it. Do not press in because then you can't move the form as easily. So keep that contour, come underneath and just level it. And now it's flush, so I'm going to slide my thumbs up and press inward. And now, just that simple. So now for practice, I'm just going to practice the free edge. And when I place the product, I'm going to place it as high as the corners that I'm looking to achieve and in the center. Okay, so now we'll dip our brush into the liquid. Put it right here. So dip our brush into the liquid. There, now we can see everything. Dip our brush into the liquid, wipe away from me. Drag the wet side slowly towards me, picking up a pearl-sized ball. Perfect. Place it with pressure as high as those corners. Lift up and then pat it from nail groove to nail groove, nice and even. So we pat with purpose. Flip the brush and then push towards and kind of twirl around, celebrating the smile. With that body of that brush, see how I'm moving it? And go back in and work that smile. This is what I love about working with the city lights. This happens to be Vegas strip. So pretty. It's a good way to practice that smile. And then, if I want to lengthen it, I can pat and pull towards me to lengthen. But I want to make sure my smile shape is beautiful first. And using the side of the brush, I clean up the sides because you don't want it to be wider than the nail groove unless you're going after the Jersey style duck flare nails. So again, you're using the tip of the brush to kind of twirl in that area, twirl and create that smile or tick-tock motion, whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong way, but that's how I basically get my smile. Now to get a lipstick slant, you'll take and push up and pull towards. Just like that. Okay, we already just practiced a regular free edge and drug it out to a semi-lipstick slant. Now let's try something different. A stiletto. Dip all the way into the liquid. Wipe away from me. Drag the wet side in the center of the powder, acrylic powder, slowly towards me. Let me make sure you can see that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now place it as high as the corners that you're looking to achieve. Lift up and then pat it from nail groove to nail groove. Flip the brush, push and create the smile. I love working with colors, and then that way you can see how pretty the contrast. Okay, so now I'm going to drag. And I'm using the side of my brush to create this, the smooth lines. I've got to make sure I have that nice smile. And then if you want to add a new twist to that, we can add some clear. And that creates the ice tip. So now I'm going to dip all the way into the liquid, wipe away from me, drag towards me in the clear powder, counting 1, 2, 3. Now I have clear. And I'm going to backstroke that on. And keep that pretty stiletto shape. And we're just basically showing ways to practice because you don't want it to stay permanent while you're practicing. Once you like what you see consistently over and over, then you want it to stay permanently. Dip, wipe away, drag towards, and then you would place whatever color in the nail bed area. So this is clear. Okay, and that's it. Because again, you don't want it to dry, you want to be able to quickly peel it off. So that way it doesn't need to be soaked off, and this allows you to practice over and over and still use the same form. Okay, now we've already sanitized. This is for practicing purposes only. We're going to practice the reverse method application. So let's put the form on. Again, we haven't etched or prepared the nail because this is for practicing over and over and not adhering permanently. So come underneath that free edge, level that form on, see how you just kind of level it? And you wouldn't touch the top of the nail because at this point it normally would have been prepared, etched and prepared for adhesion. So this is for practicing application only. Okay, so now, dip, wipe away. We're applying the reverse method, dragging in the pink. Dip, wiping away, dragging in the pink. And then reverse method. I flip the brush backwards and then I apply it like that. And so see how the shape right in here has a nice oval shape to it? And then you just work it from nail groove to nail groove. Paying close attention to the area out here because you want it to be nice and ovaled, as pretty of a smile as you want, because we're going to put the white right up against it, so it needs to be nice and smooth. Wipe my brush, dip, wipe away, drag in the pink, and then this one you'd place at the cuticle area, staying a hairline away, lift up, and then again, stroke. You want to keep that nice shape, making sure you're from nail groove to nail groove and not on the skin. Wipe my brush, now we put the white right up against it. So we dip, wipe away, drag towards us in the center of the powder, not touching the sides. Now we're going to place the white and then move it right up along the sides. Wipe my brush off, re-wet, and I want to make sure that smile is just right. Putting that body of the brush on there. And then last, shape that free edge. And wipe my brush. Now I'm going to apply clear and blend the whole thing together. Dip, wipe away, Drag. And there you go. Wipe your brush, and then again, peel it off before it dries, so that way you don't have to put it on, soak it off, put it on, soak it off for the repetition of the practice.